Hi, my name is Monica and welcome back to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And today is Friday and I'm on my way to a funeral. So therefore, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to tell y'all a story on here because I need to start telling stories on here as well. Now, as you can see, my mouth is crusty. So we're going to go ahead on and we're going to put on this because, honey, we got to talk about this, okay? We're going to talk. Okay, so today's story, I decided to do my makeup so I could go to this funeral and tell y'all the story of how all my life I thought I was ugly. Now, when I say that, I hope nobody gets offended. And I just think that this story should be told because this is part of my life. So, as you know, it was always me, Monique, and Margaret. Because it was always me, Monique, and Margaret, we all grew up, you know, kind of girly or whatever. But I wasn't too much into, like, when Monique and Margaret was doing their thing, I wasn't doing no things. I was the one that was, like, kind of standoffish because I was always tall, but I wasn't as tall as Margaret. But Monique was short. But Monique was dark-skinned. Monique is dark-skinned, and she always had real pretty hair and a really nice figure. And Margaret was more fair than what I am. And she always was tall, long, had, you know, a pretty good figure. Me, on the other hand, I was mediocre. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that I was mediocre. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm priming my eyes with this. Where the hell is that shit? Oh, here it is. With this Juvia's Place eye primer in 1. Now, you really don't need a whole lot of this because Chow. You got to be blended forever. But it's a really good base, but don't use a whole lot like I did and run around here like Dr. Spock. Well, even though my mom raised us all together, my mom always will make it clear, like, Monica, well, you need to do this, that, a little bit more than what Monique and Margaret is doing. And I would always ask her why. Why would she say that to me? And all my mom could tell me was because I looked like my dad. Now, as you can see, my eyebrows, I didn't use this stencil today. What I did use, I used that, I used my regular eyeshadow, my regular eyebrow products. And so I did my eyebrows. I like my eyebrows today. They're not sisters, they're cousins, they're distant cousins, but they're on there. Okay, so I think it started back like when I was like in the 5th grade. Well, she's not a friend of mine, but it was always like 5 of us. And she would always make reference to how big my nose was, how big my eyes was, how big my lips was. And by me being a little girl, I took it personal. But from that day forth, that's I think what made me have like a complex about how I look. Now, what I'm getting ready to do now is I'm getting ready to do my eyeshadow and come right back. Keep in mind, my mom has always had like a ratchet ass mouth. She has. My mom has never had a filter. To this day, she never had a filter. So I didn't take it personal when my mom was like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all all look different. Margaret is tall, cheerleader. Monique is short, chocolate. And then it's me, mediocre. I didn't think nothing like that. I can remember specifically in the 5th grade, we had perfect attendance in our class, in Mrs. Hall's class. And when we had perfect attendance, they gave us a skating party. Now, keep in mind, my dad had already moved out. But my mom, he was helping my mom at first. But we're going to unpack that in another story. Okay, but the teacher had told us that we was going skating one day. And I can remember this specifically because E.T., the movie, was coming out. And remember I told y'all that it was like 5 of us when we grew up. From the 3rd grade all the way up until about the 7th grade. We all grew up together because we all was in the same neighborhood. Well, by us growing up together, one of the girls that was in class was telling everybody how she had got some new skates and this and that and the other. Now, keep in mind, my mom was, even though we was poor, certain things my mom made sure that we had. And skates was one of them. Because Monique could skate, I could skate, Mark could skate, Clyde could skate. But Margaret and Clyde was so young that they had the little rubber skates. Okay, but me and Monique had real skates because my mom made sure that my dad went and bought them. So he had bought us some new skates. This was my chance to show everybody I had new skates because we grew up poor. We get in the classroom, I will never forget. The E.T. movie was coming out or whatever. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what products I used and how I just messed up my eyelash. But, hold on. Let me fix this. While this eyelash is drying, I'm going to tell y'all what products I used to do my eyeshadow and all that other crazy shit. Because, honey, I used this Huda Nude palette by Huda, the Huda Nude. It looks like this. And then I went in with the black out of... Now, listen. If y'all don't have this palette, y'all are missing out. This, everybody is slipping on. This is the Kat Von D Fetish palette. I want to show y'all. See that palette? Look at that black. That is a black. That is black. She's Black Panther black. You know what I'm saying? If you want black, get this Kat Von D. Not KVD, Kat Von D. Okay, anyway. We was getting ready to board on the school bus to go to the skating ring because we had perfect attendance in our 5th grade class. Now, keep in mind when kids are cruel. Kids are cruel. Kids are cruel, and they say what they want to say to embarrass you in front of other people, other kids. So, on top of my mom telling me that, the girl that I thought was my friend in the 5th grade, we're friends now, we're associates, we speak. She turned around and she said, Monica, because all the little girls had like nicknames and stuff like this. So she turned and she was like, Monica, I got a name for you so that you'll have a nickname too. And keep in mind, E.T. the movie had just came out. She was like, we're going to call you E.T. She was like, it's not that you're ugly. She was like, but you're kind of ugly. I'm like, oh, okay. So it kind of hurt my feelings because I had these brand new skates. And I was so eager to show everybody that I could afford skates too, that she had to find a reason to make me feel bad. And she did. She called me E.T. in front of the entire 5th grade class. We're going to drink to that. That's coffee. Just so y'all know, that's coffee. Straight coffee. Okay, anywho. She then turned the boys in the class, which it was a boy named Dale, it was a boy named Robert, and it was a boy named John. And these are the same kids that grew up with us until we got to like the 7th grade. She got mad because those boys defended me. Because at the end of the day, I had told y'all in another story that I was playing video games and stuff like this. I wasn't into boys like Margaret and Monique was. I wasn't into boys. Monique was old enough. Margaret was still young. But I wasn't as pretty as they was. But I understood. You know what I'm saying? And when she said it, it kind of broke me. Because we had always been friends. And I didn't know why she would have said that. But she wasn't the only one that called me ugly. A lot of kids called me ugly. And it was okay because at the end of the day, it made me to who I am now. Now that we got all this eyelash and stuff under control, we're going to go ahead and pinch this a little bit. Get this eyelash in order because, girl, no, can't flash. Eyelash got to be fixed. I'm going to use this Smashbox Primer Rider. I done told y'all before about this shit. So y'all need to go get it. So when she said this, we all boarded on the bus to go skating. That stuff is nasty. And by us getting on the bus and going skating, my feelings was hurt, so I sat in the front of the bus. But when I sat in front of the bus, a girl named Charlotte, she came and she sat in front of me. And she was talking to me and she kept saying, Monica, don't take it personal. She was like, it's not that she's being mean. She's just telling you how people really feel. And this is the 5th grade. And see, when we was growing up, Atari was out and stuff like this. But babe, gonna turn it down so I don't get monetized. I mean, I wasn't talking to babe just now, wasn't. Okay, but she decided that she was gonna say this about me, and Charlotte tried to clean it up. Now, it was another girl, we're gonna call her S. She was real friends with Jay, which is this girl. I'm not gonna say their names because I don't want to just go ahead and blow their shit, but she decided to come over and verify that I was ugly. So I think it started in the 5th grade when I started getting like insecure about my looks and stuff like this. But I have always had a love for makeup. And so what I did was I started focusing from that point on, keeping my hair combed, making sure my clothes were clean. Even if I had to wash them in the bathtub and hang them up in the bathroom, that's what I did. To make sure that my clothes matched. I had a double belt and stuff like this. But this is the kind of stuff that kids go through now. And so when this stuff was going on, this is how I did it. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm getting ready to prime my face. Now, I use this Professional by Benefit. I use that. And so that's what I just used to prime my face. I'm going to use this Tatcha Silk Canvas, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to finish telling y'all the rest of the story. So at the time that this was going on, I was insecure. I wasn't just insecure because what the girl said. I was insecure also from what my mom had said. But at the end of the day, people don't think that what they say actually hurt or may determine other people's lives. Now, keep in mind, we stayed friends until we was about in the 7th grade. And that's when I got into makeup and making sure my hair and stuff was combed. So this is the reason why I wanted to make this short video, just to let y'all know that even though people will say stuff about you, growth is everything. So this is today's look. I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to finish this video so y'all can see. But this is today's look, and I used my Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. And I used my, what was that? My Fenty bronzer and my Morphe lip and my allergic reaction. So I'm gonna go downstairs and finish this video so y'all can see the whole outfit. See, sometimes people is cruel for no reason. But I think it made me a little stronger when I realized that I wasn't ugly like what everybody was saying I was. Now, keep in mind, I'm no beauty queen. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all the whole outfit. Okay, this is the outfit for today to the funeral. And I think I knew the assignment again. I think I got it right. But just like I said, even though they were mean to me, I think I did pretty good for it to be one of the ugly girls.